Hello everybody. Today I'm going to talk about a company which is the leader in the defense space, that is Bharat Electronics Limited. The company came out with its results last week which were very strong. We saw a growth at the top line as well as bottom line which was close to about 20%, and the EBITDA grew by about 32%. The EBITDA margins were at about 28.5%, while the full year EBITDA margins were at about 22.5%. So now the story is that the company has been on a very strong path of execution of the projects that they have got from the government. In Q4, the order inflow was close to about 55 billion rupees, and the entire year's order flow inflow was about 155 billion rupees. So the order book right now is close to about 534 billion rupees, and the company is very positive about gaining order book close to about 170 billion rupees next year, and we believe that in FY23 it may reach close to about 195 to 200 billion rupees. So the main projects which the company has got are the QRSM projects, Akash missile project, home security project, RFID projects, electronic warfare equipments, and in the non-defense space, the company has entered into providing ventilators. Now we know that last year the company supplied 30,000 ventilators to the health department of the country, and going forward they have got an order of about 25,000 ventilators, hemodialysis machines, and oxygen concentrators. Also, they are into battery manufacturing, lithium battery plant they are going to set up shortly. EVs, that is electrical vehicles, also they are planning to enter into, and manufacturing of several parts which are required for it. Then maybe in 2024 elections, they are expecting an order for EVMs close to about 20 billion rupees. So they are planning to raise their non-defense revenues close to about 25% by FY23, which is close to about 10% right now. So through all these businesses, definitely they can fancy their chances of diversifying and de-risking their business from the current defense space. Talking about their core business of defense, I would say that the company is buying products from the domestic markets, that is indigenization, and that is because the government has banned imports for the defense space, especially from China. So indigenization is helping it to improve its margins. Also, a strong cost control is helping them to raising their margins. Now, as far as the cost control, the company is into reducing their employee force and improving the employee cost per employee. That is which means that the company is planning to improve the quality of employees through recruiting engineers and scientists. So that will be required for the new projects that the company is getting into, especially on the non-defense side. And the capex is close to about 8 billion rupees for the company, which they are planning to set up through new plants. Also, if you see the overall the margin expectations, the order inflow, the quality of projects that the company is gaining into, and I would say that indigenization that the company is getting into, all these things are expected to boost the revenues as well as the profitability going forward. So in FY22 as well as in FY23, we think that the guidance that the company has given of mid double digit revenue growth and 20 to 22% margins is quite achievable. Now we expect that this year the margins may move down a bit because of the pandemic that is going on, and the overall working capital cycle is also a bit stretched this time. So that is impacting their profitability and cash cycle. But I need to mention at this point in time that the total cash and cash equivalents and bank deposits for the company in FY21 was close to about 50 billion rupees, and that is the aggregate of the last 5 years of cash that we have seen. So the company is very cash rich, so that cash they can use for improving their the research, as well as R&D, and the as well as the cash, the capex that the company is getting into. So overall, I think that they are on a very strong wicket, considering the order inflow and the margin improvement that we are expecting. Also, the dividends that the company has been paying are very rich. 50% dividend payout ratio was registered in FY21, which are expected to move up also going forward, because FY21 was a year of pandemic. Still, the company gave so much of rich dividends. So going forward, we are expecting it to reach about 55% in FY22 and 60% in FY23. Also, the return ratios, the ROE and ROC are very strong, more than 20% in FY21, and they are expected to expand going forward. So, based on all these fundas, and I think that the company is being a net debt, zero net debt company. I think it's a very very strong proposal in the defense space. So I think one needs to be in defense space, and BEL is the right choice with a target close to about 212 rupees, which gives about 21% upside from current levels. So I highly recommend this stock in the defense space, and one needs to be in this space because of the government's emphasis on defense and the requirement for the defense space to move up. So be in this particular company. It's a high conviction stock from our side. Thank you.